All right, ladies and gents, Tournament Series, ADAM, Style Labs, Draft Labs, Season 2, Week 7, AMAM, PNGOP, Match of the Week, Bush Control, potentially to what is a Wolf. Good work for Frozen to get there first. And now they might end up skirmishing out here for this advantage. Urgot is actually really excellent in this early game because if he locks down somebody, he can burst them down more easily and get that single target damage more easily than most other competitions would be able to. And it looks like AMAM are going to pick up the early advantage, you guys. This is huge. This is how they win most of their games. They can win a game after the first 30 seconds by getting this bush control and just simply by forcing the enemy team to defend under their tower. They've already got the advantage, and they can take this little tiny thing that they gained from the early game, from the the pre-early game before 1 minute, and turn it into a victory. We've seen it from them, a bajillion times. Now PNG have plenty of wave clear, so they shouldn't have an issue keeping their tower safe. Plus, with Jane Core, if he's focusing on negating damage to his tower, oh. That one slid by him. He's just going to go ahead and pop his shield there. Force AMAM to move back a little bit. They're trying to capitalize. That missed stun there was huge. Now Frozen's safe. Oh, that stun hadn't missed from Rare Candy. And that would have been a big little skirmish for Team AMAM, you guys. Oh no, Strider, he's got the debuff. Takes a good bit of damage. And now he's low. Forced out of some of his sustain. He has a catalyst and a few health pots. So if he casts too many spells, he's going to have some mana issues later on. We're talking probably around level 5, most likely. That's not the best play. That's not the best time to have it. Now, the wave clear for PNG is great. You can see, like they just did, they can sit underneath their tower. This is really safe. Matter of fact, they can sit way back here. They can sit back behind this bush where AMAM will never be able to touch them, and then simply move forward every time they need to clear out a wave. They have the range. They have the wave clear that's required to do that. And I think, in my opinion, that's what they should be doing here, but it's not. By moving forward in front of their tower in this specific situation, they're giving the advantage to AMAM. AMAM, using this forward advantage, can now capitalize on poke while they're out of range and while the enemy team is moving towards them. Jane Core negating tons of damage here. The wave clear, not as great as it should be. Those minions should have been down way, way before they got down here. The combination of a Vel'Koz Vel'Koz W, a Caitlyn Q, and a Victor Laser should decimate those minions with no cleanup potential. But they just didn't quite coordinate that wave clear well enough. They need to do that from now on. There you go. There it is. And look at that. Boom. Just like that. Now there's no minions available and no opportunity for AMAM to make a siege happen here. They need to continue doing this. But if they move too far forward, then they're just going to be giving AMAM damage. Who cares? AMAM's getting, AMAM's farther forward than you are. Who cares? Who cares? Sit underneath the tower, delay, clear the waves, you're getting experience, your carry is going to get some CS, as long as you play it out correctly, and you're going to be in a good spot. But you can see here, once again, another wave where they're allowing multiple minions underneath this tower. This is how AMAM wins games. You do not want to give them any siege opportunities or any sort of positional advantage over your team where they can utilize their heavy poke. Rare Candy, he does get locked down, as does Strider. Both take good bits of damage. Jane Core there, just in time to negate a little bit, and PNG still being punished through all of this. And there's another Victor Laser that misses, and more minions underneath the tower, allowing, when the minions are underneath the tower like this, it allows for AMAM to determine where the enemy members are going to be before they go there, because they have to, or else their towers are going to die. So then it allows them to place their poking spells much more smartly and much more precisely and hit them, have more chance of hitting them. So, it's big, man. It's really big that these minions are not being cleared out here, and it could decide the game. Because now you can see that the amount PNG are being whittled down by AMAM is slowly increasing. Their positioning right now is good, but they need to wait here for longer. The fact that they're moving forward every time these minions kind of push up is not good. Jane Core should have the shield ready. Jane Core should have the shield ready now, and that laser should have been used a little bit later. Caitlyn uses your Q too early as well, and even just 3 backline minions there are going to allow AMAM to move forward. Now, a couple of skill shots were dodged well underneath the tower there, but still, more victorious trades going in AMAM's favor. AMAM have been in this situation a million times, you guys. Every single game they're in this situation. There's the ultimate and the level 6. Rare Candy does not hit 2 out of 3 of his ultimate procs, but AMAM looking for a shove. Nice ultimate from Strider just to get everybody out of there. But they're having to use resources now just to reposition AMAM, whereas AMAM are using their resources to get killed and to potentially get this first tower down. Not successful, though. This is good. Another big key point in a game for AMAM that was negated by, not fully negated, but was dodged, you could say, by PNG. Jane Core once again being forced to use his shield just to defend the tower a little bit. They do follow up with a decent bit of wave clear here, so the tower still sitting healthy at 6 minutes, but PNG in general not quite there in terms of fighting capacity. If a dive comes in here, which I don't expect it to, if a dive happens, it's not going to be easy. Strider looking for a potential execution. He will find it. Now here's another wave clear test for you guys. No laser from Avernus. Where is it? Where is it? AMAM are trying to capitalize. There it is, finally. Jane Core's there to negate. Okay, good. Now that one was actually coordinated quite well. It's every little spell cast for Team PNG is so important. The amount of minions that it hits, the amount of damage that it deals, so important. Jane Core in a position again to throw out another shield. Gonna negate some tower damage here. They get the minion wave cleared out. And AMAM are actually focusing less on the siege here than I have seen them before. They've been given enough opportunities for them to get more damage on this tower, in my opinion. I'm actually really surprised that they haven't gotten more down. They must be respecting something that I don't see from PNG here. So a successful execution from Strider, mind you guys. They weren't able to capitalize on it anymore. AMAM wasn't than just that one kill, so that's good. And now Avernus is going to take a new strategy, throwing down his stun on the minions to ensure that they still don't make it underneath the tower. Great time for this to happen. 7 minutes in, AMAM are getting more points in their poking spells. They're going to start dealing even more damage. Avernus needs to do what he can. Not this. Not that, dude. Uh-oh, Avernus in trouble. No hits from anything misses. And 2 ultimates used there as well. Strider pops his own ulti. This is where PNG pretty much have to use everything they have, especially with Avernus so low. That ultimate from Jane Core looking for a pick here. No stun on Lady Santa as there is a stun available. Now Avernus, he's giving the next to fall. 2 kills picked up for AMAM rather. And now things are looking not good. Gross Pitch and Mark dashes for the dive, but negating some tower shots with his thick skin. 2 kills for AMAM at this point in the match. Not good. They will be able to push forward, and they're going to go with some relentless aggression onto this, onto this tower now. This tower might even fall here, you guys. Victor needs to be back like right now, or else this tower could go down. Execution on what is a wolf. They're dealing damage, but slowly. Will they be able to take this tower down? They might not be. Frozen doing what he can to clear out the waves. Avernus is back. Gross Pigeon falls. Rare Candy and Lady Santa want to stay under the tower, but no, they don't get it down. And PNG are on a tear. Rare Candy locked in, and he should end up going down here. Double kill goes to Avernus. Well played by PNG. It seems like they timed that one, but I don't know if that's the case. The aggression from Jane Core, in my mind, seemed like it was going to just be for, let's say, a delay. You know, pop the ultimate, get yourself killed, and the remaining members of your team are still going to be dead. But no, they all got killed, and they were able to get back just in time. AMAM, having not given enough priority on that tower beforehand, weren't able to get enough damage onto it so that they could take it down with that first siege. And that is huge, man. Huge, because that's where AMAM thrives. We're now 9 minutes and a half in, and this is going to be one of the later first towers that we've ever seen AMAM take, if they even take it at all. So this should be the first tower down, but PNG were able to get a good bit onto theirs before. But look at that, actually the wave clear is working out well. They're denying the siege from Team AMAM, and if they want to get it, they have to tower dive for it. This is great synergy play, great synergetic play from PNG to be able to coordinate these spell casts with your teammates. Now Avernus using the zap again. Let's hope it's available. That zap right there being used, not available to clear out the minions, might be a determining factor for this turret. But Jane Core, you can see that his entire purpose right now is to negate this siege here. Now, they might want to just give up this one. They might be using a little bit too much here, just to save this tower that's bound to die eventually, and AMAM might be able to capitalize. Because just like in the early game, PNG are forced to move very far forward to contest these waves. If they wanted to play safe, they could most likely continue this defense in the same manner back at their second tower. But that's not going to be the case. One kill goes to AMAM. Frozen, now he's stunned down. He gets dropped, and this is going to be a huge push for AMAM. A late one as well. They get the double kill, and now with only Braum and Victor alive, is the wave clear and defense potential enough? Braum is low. Victor's low. It's tough to say right now, you guys. Avernus, he's locked down. Jane Core's there to negate, but Avernus still getting chunked. Taking chunks. Vel'Koz and Caitlyn both making their way back. They should be able to defend this turret. It should be able to live for another day, but we're 11 minutes in. The ultimate from Jane Core finds no one. He might end up going down here. That is the case. That's all he could really do. Avernus now in a tough situation. Does get killed by Rare Candy on the flash. 2 more kills go to AMAM, and even more of an advantage goes their way. Mark on the Strider. Gross Pigeon follows up. He wants to get the noms. He might even be able to pick up this kill himself, but all he's doing really is backing the enemy team away so that his team can siege. An easy body for Gross Pigeon and another tower down in favor of Team AMAM. Jane Core, he's in the fight now. The ultimate from Caitlyn rather is coming in. Strider capitalizes, picks up 1 kill. Gross Pigeon still very tanky, but Wolf being aggressed by Jane Core now. He was stunned out and taken low. Great job from Jane Core with the late mark dash there. Now Avernus and Jane Core are both splitting the AMAM members. The fight stat really coming through and true for Team PNG right now. Gross Pigeon, great mark back on the Frozen there, but he's not going to have a very easy time dealing with PNG Frozen here, but at least he's delaying. He's trying to proxy strategy out here, and you know what? That's a good call on Gross Pigeon's part because Caitlyn is the main sieger. This first tower right here would be going down a lot faster if Caitlyn was here. Strider unable to take it, and now the first tower not even falling. Frozen maybe sticking around for a little bit too long. It will go down eventually, but Frozen taking damage for it. You know, some would assume that Gross would have gone back to the back lines with that mark dash on whether it was anybody, and that may be the case, but there is another advantage to what he just did. It was the fact that he was delaying the Caitlyn, the main sieger, the main tower damager for PNG, and then that actually delayed the entire siege as well. Strider now, he's locked up. Before she uses ultimate, doesn't even get the full duration off, does a little bit of damage though. And it is a 3 versus 3 until Gross rather makes his way back in. And now Frozen. Here comes the ultimate from Gross Pigeon. Great stun there. They lock him down for quite some time, deal good damage. They get him stunned as well, but that was just another one of those Tom Kench bodies, you guys. He was taken quite low there, and now he doesn't really have the ability to stay in the fight. Jane Core forced to back off. Frozen dealing good damage, but is dealt with by what is a Wolf. And now, once again, another inhibitor potentially falling here in favor of AMAM, but they haven't dealt too much damage to it. Jane Core goes in, Strider's back in the fight with no ultimate, mind you. Avernus and Strider, the only ones left as Braum falls. Avernus goes down, and that's a lot of death timers on Stutter right now for Team AMAM. You can see they want these executions. They're just going to make this dive, get some damage that will stick, and get yourself taken down. The inhibitor falls, Strider goes down. 14-minute inhibitor, you guys. And Wolf is still playing well. He's still healthy and is still dealing good damage to the enemy members. AMAM continue their push, get 1 Nexus turret down. Jane Core is back. Looking for an engage. He finds a mark dash, but ends up just getting eaten up. That's going to be lots of damage onto the Braum, you guys. Does he have the tankiness to survive? No. But Avernus does capitalize, and what is a Wolf now with himself being taken low? He does fall. Gross Pigeon, Lady Santa, Avernus now the only ones left in the fight. Lady Santa takes damage. Gets eaten up by Gross Pigeon. Removed from the fight, but Gross Pigeon will end up falling. No time for that thick skin. Strider now on the chase. Does not find the hit. Lady Santa forcing the disengage. Doesn't get the slow. Doesn't get the Q off. But this is a really awkward fight, you guys. Zareth versus Ziggs at like really close range. It's pretty funny. ADAM have themselves a nice hefty lead, and what they did by shoving in that tower so quickly and getting it down so fast, Lady Santa most likely going to do what he/she can to... Oh no, there we go. I was going to say to clear out the waves and then get the tower down, but just was looking for an execution. Victor ends up getting that goal, which is good. So what advantage that AMAM just took by pushing shoving the match in so far. Nice ultimate from Strider, man. Well done. Strider really saw that ulti coming from Xerath and was able to capitalize on his immobility. Flash from Strider, flash right into a stun, but does get some damage on the Rare Candy. They secure it with the help of Caitlyn. Now there is one trade going in favor of, what is it, Wolf. He pops the ultimate on Frozen. Can he deal with the Caitlyn here? It looks like he can. Frozen's trying to reposition. Great ultimate from Janecor to get the knockups. Gross Vision has Wolf in his mouth, and Wolf will win this 1v1 versus Frozen, most likely. Yes, he will. Wow, he completely negated that Caitlyn right there, man. Completely did it. Gross Vision now nomming up the Braum. Doesn't get the bonus damage from the Ziggs ultimate, but now Strider and Janecor left in bad situations. They want to find more. Flash forward from Wolf and Janecor. They're just trying to delay here. Strider, if he can do a good enough job at delaying the members of AMAM, he'll be in a good spot, but they're not falling for it. They're going to brush down this Nexus. Strider's still alive. They don't mind keeping him alive, man. They really don't. It's not a bad thing that he's still alive because it's going to delay his death timer. They finally picked him up. Better late than never. Matter of fact, better late than earlier in Howling Abyss standpoints, in ARAM meta standpoints. Now the second Nexus turret being sieged, only 17 minutes in. Super minions underneath it as well. It falls. This could be the final push here. Janecor jumps right in. Flash from Rare Candy. Locks down Frozen. He's forced to disengage. And now with Janecor having been nommed up, he's right inside the enemy hands. Avernus, he's ulted by, what is it, Wolf. Another great isolation. 2 kills for AMAM, and that should be game. Strider trying to make happen what he can, but as of right now, he's not finding enough. Frozen falls, Strider falls, and the ace for Team AMAM just before the victory secures them the first match of this set. Well played, GG, GG. What we expected to see from AMAM, they got the early advantage. I think there was one crucial misplay to this game by PNG that I think cost them a lot. They held on a little bit too hard to that first tower when it was super low. The mistake teams make against AMAM is they move too far forward and you know, how can I phrase this? They commit too much to the poke game. They commit too much to trying to deal damage to the enemy team, or trying to, in this specific case, trying to save a tower. They just commit too much to things. In the early game, teams commit too much to moving in front of their tower and trying to get proactive hits onto the waves so they could get them cleared out that quickly. In this specific match, PNG had built a perfect composition for dealing with AMAM. They had the Braum to negate siege if it happened. They also had great long-range wave clear from Victor and Caitlyn so that they could clear out the waves while at a safe distance. They never needed to move forward from their tower. They were getting experience. They were getting CS. And then, at one point, they did that well, mind you guys. Then, when the point came where their first tower was really low, then they got a little bit nervous. They got a little bit, they committed too much to doing that when they could have simply given up that first tower and then moved backwards to continue that defensive posture that they had in the early game from the second tower's position. So that was a huge turning point because then AMAM was able to get the damage down onto him by capitalizing on this commitment and winning a team fight and pushing forward. And by this time, it was already 10 minutes into the game, and AMAM was strong. PNG had long death timers, and they were to continue the push from the first tower after taking it directly into the second one. Now, that was something that PNG did not account for there, and I think that was the big turning point for this match. Either way, well played. GG. Congratulations to AMAM. They go 1-0 so far in this set over PNGOP.